A federal judge has rejected a proposed plea deal for two of Ahmaud Arbery's convicted killers. The plea deal is connected to the federal hate crimes charges both Gregory and Travis McMichael are facing after being found guilty in state court of murdering Arbery when he ran through their neighborhood in 2020. Paul Suro breaks it all down and explains what could come next.
Prosecutors detailed that plea deal Monday, which involved Travis and Gregory McMichael entering guilty pleas to a hate crime charge, in return recommending the judge would sentence the father and son to serve 30 years in federal prison before being moved to state prison. Judge Lisa Wood rejecting the proposal after hearing from Arbery's parents in federal court Monday.
It's disrespectful. I told them very, very adamantly that I wanted them to go to state prison and do their time that Judge Wansby gave them on the 7th of January.
Back then, a judge sentenced Gregory and Travis McMichael to life sentences without parole in state prison. 11 Alive legal analyst Paige Pate explains conditions in federal prison are safer and more comfortable, a reason why Arbery's family has been pushing against this.
It is a completely different world in federal prison than in a Georgia state prison. The guard-inmate ratio is almost unsustainable. Violence in state prisons is at an all-time high. And given the facts of this case, the way that they were convicted, the charges against them, the McMichaels would have had an extremely difficult time in state prison.
Judge Wood says she'd accept a guilty plea from Travis McMichael, but will not follow the prosecutor's recommendation, which means she could hand out a harsher or different sentence. He has until Friday to decide if he will still enter a guilty plea, which Pate says could be used against the McMichaels.
If the appeals were successful and they went for another retrial, then yes, these admissions that are being made in open court by Travis McMichael and presumably by his father, those could be used as evidence in a subsequent trial.
Arbery's father tells me tonight they want full accountability for the murder of their son, and he says he's praying the courts will give them that justice. In Atlanta, Paul Suro, 11 Alive News.
Gregory McMichael, assuming his case will be handled the same, asked for time and has that same Friday deadline. No notices have been filed of a plea deal for the third convicted killer, Roddy Bryan, who still appears to be headed for trial next week.